Hey girls, good morning. Happy Monday. It's going to be a good week, you guys. It's going to be a crazy, busy, chaotic, insane week. I hope you're ready for it. I hope I'm ready for it. Guys, I have 1,400 people in my protein group this week. 1,400. That's a lot of ladies talking about meat. We're going to do it. All right, April 27th. David captures Rabbah. 2 Samuel 12, 26 through 31. Meanwhile, Joab was fighting against Rabbah, the capital of Ammon, and he captured the royal fortifications. Joab sent messengers to tell David, I have fought against Rabbah and captured its water supply. Now bring the rest of the army and capture the city. Otherwise, I will capture it and get credit for the victory. So David gathered the rest of the army and went to Rabbah, and he fought against it and captured it. David removed the crown from the king's head, and it was placed on his own head. The crown was made of gold and set with gems, and it weighed 75 pounds. David took a vast amount of plunder from the city. He also made slaves of the people of Rabbah and forced them to labor with saws, iron picks, and iron axes, and to work in the brick kilns. That is how he dealt with the people of all the Ammonite towns. Then David and all the army returned to Jerusalem. 1 Chronicles 20, 2 through 3. Then David went to Rabbah and removed the crown from the king's head, and it was placed on his own head. The crown was made of gold and set with gems, and he found that it weighed 75 pounds. David took a vast amount of the plunder from the city. He also made slaves of the people of Rabbah and forced them to labor with saws, iron picks, and iron axes. That is how David dealt with the people of the Ammonite towns. Then David and all the army returned to Jerusalem. The rape of Tamar, 2 Samuel 13, 1 through 22. Now David's son Absalom had a beautiful sister named Tamar, and Amnon, her half-brother, fell desperately in love with her. Amnon became so obsessed with Tamar that he became ill. She was a virgin, and Amnon thought he could never have her. But Amnon had a very crafty friend, his cousin Jonadab. He was the son of David's brother Shemaiah. One day, Jonadab said to Amnon, what's the trouble? Why should the son of a king look so dejected morning after morning? So Amnon told him, I am in love with Tamar, my brother Absalom's sister. Well, Jonadab said, I'll tell you what to do. Go back to bed and pretend you are ill. When your father comes to see you, ask him to let Tamar come and prepare some food for you. Tell him you'll feel better if she prepares it as you watch and she feeds you with her own hands. So Amnon lay down and pretended to be sick. And when the king came to see him, Amnon asked him, please let my sister Tamar come and cook my favorite dish as I watch. Then I can eat it from her own hands. So David agreed and sent Tamar to Amnon's house to prepare some food for him. When Tamar arrived at Amnon's house, she went to the place where he was laying down so he could watch her mix some dough. Then she baked his favorite dish for him. When she set the serving tray before him, he refused to eat. Everyone get out of here, Amnon told his servants, so they all left. Then he said to Tamar, now bring the food into my bedroom and feed it to me here. So Tamar took his favorite dish to him, but as she was feeding him, he grabbed her and demanded, come to bed with me, my darling sister. No, my brother, she cried, don't be foolish. Don't do this to me. Such wicked things aren't done in Israel. Where could I go in my shame? And you would be called one of the greatest fools in Israel. Please, just speak to the king about it, and he will let you marry me. But Amnon wouldn't listen to her, and since he was stronger than she was, he raped her. Then suddenly Amnon's love turned to hate, and he hated her even more than he loved her. Get out of here, he snarled at her. No, no, Tamar cried. Sending me away now is worse than what you've already done to me. But Amnon wouldn't listen to her. He shouted for his servant and demanded, throw this woman out and lock the door behind her. So the servant put her out and locked the door behind her. She was wearing a long, beautiful robe, as was the custom in those days for the king's virgin daughters. But now Tamar tore her robe and put ashes on her head, and then with her face in her hands, she went away crying. Her brother Absalom saw her and asked, is it true That Amnon has been with you? Well, my sister, keep quiet for now since he's your brother. Don't worry about it. So Tamar lived as a desolate woman in her brother Absalom's house. When King David heard what had happened, he was very angry. And though Absalom never spoke to Amnon about this, he hated Amnon deeply because of what he had done to his sister. Absalom's revenge on Amnon. 2 Samuel 13, 23 through 39. 2 years later, when Absalom's sheep were being sheared at Baal Hazor near Ephraim, Absalom invited all the king's sons to come to a feast. He went to the king and said, "My sheep shearers are now at work. Would the king and his servants please come to celebrate the occasion with me?" The king replied, "No, my son. If we all came, we would be too much of a burden on you." Absalom pressed him, but the king would not come, though he gave Absalom his blessing. Well, then, Absalom said, "If you can't come, how about sending my brother Amnon with us?" "Why Amnon?" the king asked, but Absalom kept on pressing the king until he finally agreed to let all of his sons attend, including Amnon. So Absalom prepared a feast fit for a king. Absalom told his men, "Wait until Amnon gets drunk. Then at my signal, kill him. Don't be afraid. I'm the one who has given the command. Take courage and do it." So at Absalom's signal, they murdered Amnon. Then the other sons of the king jumped on their mules and fled. As they were on their way back to Jerusalem, this report reached David: "Absalom has killed all the king's sons. Not one is left alive." The king got up, tore his robe, and threw himself on the ground. His advisors also tore their clothes in horror and sorrow. But just then Jonadab, the son of David's brother Shemaiah, arrived and said, "No, don't believe that all the king's sons have been killed. It was only Amnon. Absalom has been plotting this ever since Amnon raped his sister Tamar. No, my lord the king, your sons aren't all dead. It was only Amnon." Meanwhile, Absalom escaped. Then the watchman on the Jerusalem wall saw a great crowd coming down the hill on the road from the west. He ran to tell the king, "I see a crowd of people coming from the Heranium road along the side of the hill." "Look," Jonadab told the king, "there they are now. The king's sons are coming, just as I said." They soon arrived, weeping and sobbing, and the king and all of his servants wept bitterly with them. And David mourned many days for his son Amnon. Absalom fled to his grandfather Talmai, son of Ammihud, the king of Geshur. He stayed there in Geshur for 3 years, and King David, now reconciled to Amnon's death, longed to be reunited with his son Absalom. Joab arranges for Absalom's return, 2 Samuel 14, 1 through 24. Joab realized how much the king longed to see Absalom, so he sent for a woman from Tekoa who had a reputation for great wisdom. He said to her, "Pretend you are in mourning, wearing mourning clothes, and don't put on lotions. Act like a woman who has been in mourning for the dead for a long time. Then go to the king and tell him the story I am about to tell you." Then Joab told her what to say. When the woman from Tekoa approached, the king bowed with her face to the ground. When the woman from Tekoa approached the king, she bowed with her face to the ground in deep respect and cried out, "O king, help me." "What's the trouble?" the king asked. "Alas, I am a widow," she replied. "My husband is dead. My 2 sons had a fight out in the field, and since no one was out there to stop it, one of them was killed. Now the rest of the family is demanding, 'Let us have your son. We will execute him for murdering his brother. He doesn't deserve to inherit my family's property. They want to They want to extinguish the only coal I have left, and my husband's name and family will disappear from the face of the earth." "Leave it to me," the king told her. "Go home, and I'll see to it that no one touches him." "Oh, thank you, my lord the king," the woman from Tekoa replied. "If you are criticized for helping me, let the blame fall on me and my father's house, and let the king and his throne be innocent." "If anyone objects," the king said, "bring him to me. I can assure you that he will never harm you again." Then she said, "Please swear to me by the Lord that your God that you won't let anyone take revenge against my son. I want no more bloodshed." "As surely as the Lord lives," he replied, "not a hair on your son's head will be disturbed." "Please allow me to ask one more thing of my lord the king," she said. "Go ahead and speak," he responded. She replied, "Why don't you do as much for the people of God as you have promised to do for me? You have convicted yourself in making this decision because you have refused to bring home your own banished son. All of us must die eventually. Our lives are like water spilled out on the ground, which cannot be gathered up again. But God does not just sweep life away. Instead, he devises ways to bring us back when we have been separated from him. I have come to plead. Sorry. I have come to plead with my lord the king because people have threatened me. I said to myself, perhaps the king will listen to me and rescue us from those who would cut us off from the inheritance God has given us. Yes, my lord the king will give us peace of mind again. I know that you are like an angel of God, discerning good from evil. May the Lord your God be with you. I must know one thing, the king replied, and tell the truth. Yes, my lord the king, she responded. Did Joab put you up to this? What the heck? And the woman replied, my lord the king, how can I deny it? Nobody can hide anything from you. Yes, Joab sent me and told me what to say. He did it to place this matter before you in a different light. But you are as wise as an angel of God, and you understand everything that happens among us. So the king sent for Joab and told him, all right, go and bring back the young man Absalom. Joab bowed with his face to the ground in deep respect and said, at last, I know that I have gained your approval, my lord the king, for you have granted me this request. Then Joab went to Geshur and brought Absalom back to Jerusalem. But the king gave this order: Absalom may go to his own house, but he may never come into my presence. So Absalom did not see the king. Absalom reconciled to David. What is wrong with me? I can't stop. Oh, now Absalom was praised as the most handsome man in all of Israel. He was flawless from head to foot. He cut his hair only once a year, and then only because it was so heavy. When he weighed it out, it came to 5 pounds. He had 3 sons and 1 daughter. His daughter's name was Tamar, and she was very beautiful. Absalom lived in Jerusalem for 2 years, but he never got to see the king. Then Absalom sent for Joab to ask him to intercede for him, but Joab refused to come. Absalom sent for him a second time, but again Joab refused to come. So Absalom said to his servants, go and set fire to Joab's barley field, the field next to mine. So they set his field on fire, and as Absalom had commanded. Then Joab came to Absalom in his house and demanded, why did your servants set my field on fire? And Absalom replied, because I wanted to ask the king why he brought me back from Geshur if he didn't intend to see me. I might as well have stayed there. Let me see the king. If he finds me guilty of anything, then let him kill me. So Joab told the king what Absalom had said. Then at last David summoned Absalom, who came and bowed low before the king, and the king kissed him. Okay. Oh my gosh. Holy Hannah. I gotta knock that off before I go to the gym. Or it's gonna be a tough workout. I'm yawning this hard at the gym. No, it's not too late, Lois. Yeah, Jennifer's right. We're just starting today. It's, join. So you'll have access. I'm going to keep access to the group open for a couple weeks for finding content in there after we're done anyway. So you'll still be able to get the content. And if you go in and just copy and paste the posts and save them somewhere, you can work through it at your own pace. There's no urgency to finish it all or do it exactly at the same time we do. Everything will remain available too. The coffee is cold and it does not taste good cold. If you haven't ordered this book yet, go to my Amazon list and it's right here. Right, Meredith? I don't know what is wrong with me. I took allergy medicine and it does not do me any favors, but man alive, I was fine. All of a sudden I'm like, I need to wake up. I don't think I'm getting enough air. Bad Behavior by Joe Campo. Make sure you go grab this off Amazon and use my link. If you can't find my link, just buy it off Amazon, okay? We're going to read this next week, or we're going to start reading it next week. Couple of prayer requests this morning. Please pray for the protein group. 1,400 women is a lot of women to lead through a group. So pray for me, pray for my team, pray for the ladies in there. Another prayer request is for our friend Elizabeth, who has been part of our community for a long time, Elizabeth Bruffy. She has a very urgent prayer request of a missing son who went off yesterday after a situation that he was in. He went off and he's been missing for 15 hours, I think she said. So please pray for his quick and safe return, and pray for his family, pray for his parents, because they are very, very distraught, as you can imagine. And there's cops and drones and everything out looking for him right now. So please pray for her 15-year-old son's return, and pray for her and her family as they, as you can only imagine, right, are really, really upset and worried. So please pray for him, them, all of them. Update on Tilson. His brain scan came back negative for Parkinson's. So praise God, it's not Parkinson's. Whatever it is, we're still doing testing and figuring it out, but it's not Parkinson's. So that is a total blessing. So great news there. Okay, let's go ahead and pray. God, our Father, thank you for this day. Thank you that we can come before you and lay our concerns, our fears, our worries, all of the things at your feet, and that you've actually commanded us to do so. And God, I just help us to lay these things at your feet today and leave them there, and put our trust in you. God, we lift up Elizabeth and her family and for their missing son, and we just pray for your divine protection around him. Bring clarity and wisdom to his family and to the police as they search for him. Make it known quickly where he is, and just surround him with your protection today, God, and bring him home to his family quickly, God. And we also lift up Elizabeth and her husband and the whole family that's searching, and just bring them peace and comfort, and walk beside them through this very stressful situation today. God, I also lift up this protein group to you today, 1,400 women, and I just ask for your guidance for me as I help lead these women through this education. God, I ask for just your strength for myself and my team as we walk beside all of these women through this journey of learning to better fuel our bodies. God, and just thank you for the blessing of all of these women coming together to work on their health. And I just pray that this work will honor you. God, thank you for your love, your mercy, your grace, and the peace that you give us each day. In your precious name, amen. All right, girly girls. Thank you for joining us, or me joining us, called the collective us. I'm going to go get my workout on. It's leg day. I like leg day, actually. I enjoy leg day. Leg day is fun. I like leg day. So that's what we're going to go do today. And I hope you all have a fabulous, fabulous Monday, the last Monday of April. And then we're into the month of May. And May is the month that my daughter graduates high school. And I am flabbergasted by that. So it's going to be a busy, crazy month. All right. I love you, girls. Have a great day. And I'll see you all tomorrow morning. And I'll see many of you